Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizqi Aulia Romadhoni from IKPGRI Bojonegoro. I want to read about country smallholding. Okay, next. Head down has the feasted on the camellias and other ornamental bushes. Firstly, because Kate was forced to isolate completely for 2 weeks prior to her operation, one of the many frustrating consequences of the global pandemic. And then, subsequently, as she had to move out into my parents' caravan on the driveway, shielding from the builders whose glacis progress has done little to help the situation. Will she underwent chemotherapy? Yes, it is almost as miserable as it sounds, but the caravan is equipped with all cons, including central heating, which is more than could be said for the house on occasion. Another method rendered the central heating temporarily useless, and as the internal house temperature plummeted to 11 Celsius, I did seriously contemplate having to move everyone into the caravan. However, this is not an article about having to single-handedly around the holding. Apart from the 5 days immediately after the chemodos, when Cat has been struck by object, and at times total fatigue, she has continued to throw herself into the tasks around the farm with astonishing and admirable alacrity. In fact, after those two, she felt so well that upon arriving home, she plunged into the task of digging up and replanting innumerable daffodil bulbs that had been erroneously strewn across our lower fields, a direct consequence of the builders' destruction of the back garden, because we have been led to believe that they are poisonous to the sheep or horses, and thus had to be hastily removed before grazing could occur. Indeed, even when Kat has not been able to help out, I can complain as a little bit of extra work is a mere trifle compared to what she is going through. But given the circumstance, family time has taken on a renewed significance of late. A sense post on the village WhatsApp group led to one such memorable occasion. The local publican had acquired a second-hand sheep feeder and several sheep hurdles. I am still puzzled as to why exactly, and having no need of it, offered them to good home free of charge, even eager to snap up a bargain with replied in a short. She did confer with me too via the medium of text message, although I have my doubts as to the sequence of events, and we become the proud owner of a slightly dilapidated VT ship feeder. A use care salesperson would describe it as having character and several hurdles in various states of repair. A collective restoration project. The herders provide their work almost immediately with a slight miscalculation in the length of ship fencing expertly. As I see, covered up by lashing them together, the ubiquitous Feller twine again breaching the cap. The feeder, however, has become the subject of a James family collective restoration project. Think a low budget version of BBC's Be Popular the Repair Shop. Wife and doctors were tasked with repainting and will wife and doctor one took the measured and precise approach to the task. The doctor two adopted a more polite SQ demeanor, brandishing the paint birds like a character in the Harry Potter novels would wield a wand occasionally, even making contact with the metal surface. There is no um, one single part that can sum up the myriad feelings that comes over oneself as a parent watching the confluence of sheer black metal paint and clean clothing. Beggar, I hope that washes out almost surfaces with some less than adept carpentry skills. I managed to patch up the wards of the rusted house and with admirable result. Several hours of quality family time was had. All that remains is to sort out the locomotion allowance, being more rules than well before the helps are furnished with their upgrade feeder. Currently, in a twist on the Christmas story, they are using an old coat transformed into a manger. Rolls are round. Moving the ship from field to field has also become a family task. We have mostly now got this down to a fine art. Each of us is assigned a role. Me, I am chief bucket rattler and lead a role that ensuring hurdling as fast as possible from one crash product to another, but led by eager, heart-fit, thirsty black crowds will enduring the occasional errand hard around the kneecaps. My place blender as the old-fashioned sweeper, following behind mopping up reluctant stragglers. Doctor, armed with cork or stick, played the roles of flankers, covering lateral escapes routers. Doctor to Doctor too deserves particular praise, being the young and smiles as she still finds it difficult to stand firm when the frock-lined black tidal wave begins to roll towards her, but she is getting there. Her voice, however, is a dangerous threat and one of our most recent ship moving efforts fell for the below part. All sets roles assigned and equipment at the ready. I think then South American butterfly must have flapped its wings in a peculiar fashion, then has dutifully followed, but two decided to strike out on their own has our matriarchal away took a sharp left turn, evading the flanker and too quick for the sweeper, defying hit first into the muddy wastes where our lawn one stood head down. She faced on the scamalys and other ornamental bushes at the same instant. Her comrade Jacob right and commenced a losing battle with the ship fence. With mere days post-chemotherapy, Churchill to the rescue were stealing and trapped happy free of the fence. Doctor One, having seen Hefzil's garden pound fan, doubled back, waving her stick and screaming manically, an effective ploy as it turned out. Driving Hazel back in the direction of her stricken friends. Clearly horrified by the crippling going on, Hazel appeared to make up her mind that there was safety in numbers, and she scampered in the direction of the rest of the flock. Like about the shot past me returning to aid, wife and narrowly avoided a collision with the doctor too, who was standing firm, guarding the entrance to the new paddock to prevent further escapes. Having freed the ensnared and deciding that they couldn't be trusted to walk calmly back to the rest of the flock, I took the opportunity for a sneaky cuddle and bodily carried her to the new paddock. Much hilarity ensued with the inevitable possum of the brave, along with a vow to do better next time. Okay, thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.